President Trump, who just continues to win for America, as he won an arm wrestling competition that was international. He won it so easily, but then he had a little bit of bruising on his hand because he was just like knocking him down, but then all you people are just focused on the bruising, which is why we encourage everyone who's a real patriot to join us in honoring the president by doing a little bit of cover up on your hand and being like, hey, we're transparent, we're taking names, we're making deals, and we're bringing America back to greatness because of President Donald J. Trump, okay? We keep winning for America, which is exactly why our most transparent president of all time posted last night that he's firing the Federal Reserve governor appointed by Joe Biden, Lisa Cook. Do you want to know what she was cooking? Mortgage fraud. Okay, but now that frees up the Department of Justice to look into other criminals as we arrested a man named El Mayo. El Mayo, do you want to know who he was working for? El Chapo. And El Chapo answers to who? Jose Biden, okay? It always goes back to the holy trinity of crime: Joe Biden, Barack Hussein Obama, and Kamala Harris, okay? But none of you want to know that. You guys just want to tune out and be liberal. Okay, well, be my guest. But the truth is, President Donald J. Trump is our hero, sure.
Can you comment as to why ICE has detained Kilmer Abrego Garcia again and is trying to send him to Uganda?
Abrego otra vez, Washington Post. Okay, the man that will do everything but disappear. No, yes, he's back in custody because he's a criminal, okay? And he will be dealt with to the fullest extent of the law because we want to keep the streets safe, all right? And again, he just won't go away, kind of like Caitlyn. You won't go away. Sure.
J.B. Pritzker told the press that there are no two sides, with the National Guard being sent to Chicago.
Okay, you mean the governor who has never found, he says no two sides, he hasn't had two sides of a plate that he hasn't cleaned up, okay? Somehow the only billionaire that can't source Ozempic or a personal trainer? Yeah, okay, I'm sure everyone just is lining up to hear what that loser has to say. No, D.C. is now the safest city in the world because of President Donald J. Trump unleashing the greatest military that we have, which is the National Guard, and us bringing that to Chicago. They're welcome. The way that President Donald J. Trump cleaned up the streets of New York City in Home Alone 2 Lost in New York when Kevin was just a child, okay? But those streets became safe, and now they're unsafe because of the communists, of course. Zamdami is out there terrorizing. We're going to take care of New York City just as we did. So you're welcome. Sure.
Can you talk about the flag burning executive order?
Well, as you know, thank you for asking that, but we will be taking care of anybody that burns the American flag bigly.